Okay guys, so I was just putting everything on to see what I can use for the cover and what kind of ribbons that I want, what kind of closure that I want. I was thinking maybe to, oh, I had this under. So maybe it's a nice thought to put this all the way around, just like this. But then with two pieces, so you have one and then another one on this side. I think that's a nice thing to have on the side. I think. So that is the first thing that you need to know, what kind of closure that you want. So I think this with two bows on the outside. Then to choose the paper, I think I like this on the front to have it easy. So you still can add flowers on. So the flowers need to be the first thing you see. So if you are going to attach dark papers or busy papers like this, you don't see this. So that is why I choose for this paper. So this is that I like to use at the front. And then I think I will go for the back, for the green one. And then maybe I'm gonna make a little edge with this one right here, maybe, but not sure just yet. So what I'm gonna do, I first go start to make this ribbon. I'm gonna split this in two and then let's see how far I get with these. If I can make it with two, I think I can. I think I can. So I'm going to split this in two. I'm going to add this on my cover. So let's make some space right here. I always have too much. I have a big desk and still. Alright, so you can decide where I think how far away from the edge. I think 1.5, that will do. So I'm just gonna make a mark. I think 1.5 will do. So 1.5, a mark here and as well here, 1.5 and 1.5 here. So place this. How can we attach this? Well, I think I'm just gonna use tape, but I'm not gonna add right here something on. So what's the middle here? Let me first put tape on. Let's see. Here we go. Also at the top. Okay, so I'm not going to put tape on here. I definitely don't think that that will hold. And I also can't use glue, so I think I will just leave that loose, I think. And then we always, maybe we're gonna add a little boîte. That is maybe a good idea. So first, we're gonna remove this tape. Here we go, again. See what the middle is. Here is my middle, and I think this is the middle. So that is the place. I'm just gonna, not too much stretchy, I'm just gonna place this straight, so if you're gonna bend this, it's nice. Alright, we're gonna do the same thing on top. Last week we had so lovely weather. It was almost 30 30 degrees, and that is pretty hot for a late April date. But this weekend it totally turned down, so now it's cold again. I could do a sweater even, but I won't. Just ignore the cold weather. But yeah, I could not resist to put some long sleeves on. Alright, now I am gonna cut my papers first. Let's see, I like it this, I guess. So I'm just gonna add this till the, I think this side up is maybe a little bit better. Otherwise maybe it'll look a little strange. Alright, make a mark. And make a mark. Cut your paper, switch the edges and put it on. Do the same thing with any paper you like. You don't have to do exactly the same thing as I do. Just use your favorite papers and add it on. Alright, I'm gonna switch the edges and then I'm gonna use the green for the back. Okay, we can do this. Okay, what I then am going to do is I'm gonna watch if this is, because I need this in the middle, so I don't need to be this. So I'm just gonna cut down where the flowers start here and start here, and then I'm just gonna make a mark. It's the same size, and otherwise I just can cut it down. I'm gonna cut this. Where is that fine? Oh, I already would cut it. Because you always can use this one, of course. Then I'm gonna cut this one down. Okay, put this in your basket. And what I'm now gonna do, I'm gonna cut down this, fussy cutting this. And also on this on the back here. So, and I will put this a little way. See if I see a leaf here, then I will keep the leaf. You can make it as wide as you want, but I'm not gonna make it too wide. Same thing here. I think I'm gonna start with this one. Fussy cut this, and then where this ends with this leaf, I guess. So that is what I'm gonna do first, and then see what I like to go with the ribbons. Alright, so whoever doesn't like fussy cutting, then just don't. Okay guys, I will go for this. So what I do, I'm first gonna add this one on. So I just can place this pretty much where the other paper is going. So make sure that you have all your edges. Here we go. Make sure everything stays nice. Is a nice fit. Finish it down. Then I like this. So I'm just going to cut this a little larger. And for this I'm going to use the fabric tack. I'm gonna leave this to the left. I think that's nice. I'm just gonna add this on. Okay, I think that's enough. gently push that down. And then I'm going to cut this one down, also a little larger, so we can wrap it around. And this one I'm just going to overlap it. So I'm going to overlap the white and I'm going to overlap the paper, so just in the middle. See? Alright, so again, place some glue on. I definitely want also a little on the white cotton, not just only one line along, because we want everything to stay put. Okay, spread it out a little bit. Here we go. Place that in the middle. And if something is a little too much, just clean it up right away. I was thinking that I was too much on this side, but that's okay. Alright, push this down gentle so it does not come underneath. And if you are satisfied, let it dry. Just take your time, guys. This is just throw the tissue away, but I could use it. Alright, press it down. And if you are satisfied, then you just let this dry before you even go around it. But I guess in the meantime, you can go to the back and do the same thing. I really like how it turns out. Yay! Alright, so I go to the back and I like it. I think we can move this around. And I think we can glue this down already. I'm going to place a clamp on so it stays there. Here we go. Alright, a little clamp. And then we're just gonna let it dry. Clean up your hands each time. If you do with something with the glue or whatsoever, you don't wanna have your edges not nice, but let it dry so I can go to the back. Alright. Okay guys, so the next day, put my clamps off, and then this eye is ready, and this is, of course, you will not see when everything is ready. Now, before I'm gonna add papers on, I have this that I like to add on, but I know for sure that this is just really close to the fold lines. So, is it done? And afterwards I am thinking, if I'm making something like this, then I regret that I add already this on. Because if I adding a piece like this on, then I would be in the middle, then I would be a 2" will be perfect. But a 2" is maybe, well, it's also on the edges, so it needs to be larger than a 2". Well, 2" is already on the edges, so that is no use. Then probably it would be nice to have this on the outside. So what if I make this 2 3/4? Then I do have place enough. Let's see, a 2 3/4. I think that is better. So what if we cut this one in a 2 3/4? Okay, let's cut this one. And this is the leftover piece that I had from the cover. Here we go, and then probably this would be too large. So I like it the best when all the way around is about the same amount of space. So I think what size is this then? It's a 7/1/4. Let's make this a 7/1/4. So that's we're gonna cut down as well. Here we go. Yeah, that is nice. So we can put this on here, and then we can use this to make this a nice decoration thing at the bottom or in the middle. I think I like it in the middle. Alright, so do we like to have this a full one, not a frame. So I'm gonna see what paper do I like with this one. I think a yellow one. I have this left. Could do it. I also like this one, but then maybe too much flower. So I think this yellow one, always checking. Yeah, I think just a yellow one would fit nice. So I'm gonna put this on all the way around, and then let's just see how it all goes. So I'm just gonna put this on all the way around. Do normally the same thing as for the cover. Wow, what's this? It's rust from the needle. Definitely. Right, I have it everywhere now. I had my needle in it. There we go. I need to use my stopper and not my needle to close my lid. Because last week I had my lid that's normally on this was falling on the ground. I was not aware of it. So after an hour I was hearing the puppy chewing on something. Like, huh? What does she have? Yep, the lid. Of course, the lid is now gone. I think I have a spare one from some older bottles upstairs. Oh, I still need to I still need to clean my old craft room still. God, I still need to do that. But I also still need to paint my storage room. Yep. Oh, I have still so much to do. So much time I need. Yeah, well, and then you are 3 weeks off with your teeth journey. So it's no excuse. It's definitely no excuse. But the good weather is coming. It's full spring weather right now, so I always like to do things more when it's better weather instead of with the cold. I don't like the cold. Here we go. Fold this around. Here we go. Here we go. It can be that easy. That's it, guys. Alright, so let's see how to decorate this. First, check. Yeah, that looks nice. That definitely look nice. So where do you want this? Do you want this in the middle or at the bottom? And then maybe a nice image there. I like it. Alright. Cool. I like it. I'm gonna search for a nice word for this. Let's see what I want for here at the Be Creative, my friends. Be humble. Family time. Meant to be, so sweet. My honey, my friend, beautiful. My honey. Okay. Let's see, which do I have other words? Queen bee. Be kind, little bee, be yourself. Family time, be creative. Meant to be. I think it's going to be meant to be. Did I not have that? Meant to be. Yep, I have that right here as well. Okay, let's see. This fits nice in here. But of course I need to have a piece on the back. And for that I think I'm just going to see if I have a little piece of green left. So I'm just going to use this. Well, use this at the back. Place this on here. And just draw this. I'm going to cut this out a little larger. 2 millimeters larger. I always can cut it down. There we go. Smooth the edges with this one. Oh, look at that. Fits marvelous with the 2mm extra. And then we can glue this in later. Yep, that's it. Good plan. What kind of glue I am going to use? The arc little glue, or I think I'm going to use this one. I always need a little needle. To reopen this. This is Glossy Accents, and it just is one of my favorite one when it comes to metal. It's very strong, even metal to... Did I just glue it down on the wrong side? Yes, I did. How stupid can I be? I need to glue it right here. Go. Okay. Then we can glue this one on. And I don't want to be too picky, but it would be nice if you just cut down a very, very small little flower. If you have something like, for example, just a small one. It's only if you want, of course, just move around. It's so small. It's only if you want. If you think, girl, you are crazy. I know, but it is the details. It's definitely details, guys. It's all about the details. You can do as much as you want, but for now I'm only going to glue down. That's so sweet. I think I am going to add a few more, but I will spare you the details with cutting out. You also can use other little things, but I think I would like to have this one. I don't know if I have smaller ones. I don't know if this one... Well, also I have a yellow one, but these are a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to keep it with the white one. I think 3 will do. So I'm going to do that later, I guess. No, I'm just going to finish it up because I think I like to have this with the glossy accent as well. So that can dry. Alright, be back in a second. I could, because there is a little undipness right here, So I want this to be equal with the metal. So if I can give you a tip, then please, if you have your round pieces cut down, then it's a good idea to first cut it down instead of what I am going to do right now. But if you always know in front what you need, then I am telling you now, right now, to make this a little deeper. I'm just going to cut this down till it fits. Then I'm going to glue this down. So we have a little bit more sturdiness. Yep, that fits nice. Go. Okay, so what's the plan, guys? The plan is I have two longer ones, but if I am going to use the two longer ones for here, I do not have any long ones for the top. So I am going to glue this down first with the glossy accents. Nice on all edges. So this will not go anywhere, of course. But then after that I am going to use also the small brads. But first I'm going to use okay. Not upside down, so nicely in the middle, not too low, that's also what I not want. Alright, so that is nice in the middle. I like to give this a hold till it's dry. Now we have here a nice hole, and so I am gonna push down a hole here. Then I'm just going to measure how far this is from, and that is a 3/4. So I am gonna make, oh my gosh, what's half of this? How deep is it? A 3/4 is here. What's the half of this? About here, and then again a 3/4 away. That's close enough. So I am gonna do this as well in the middle. Here we go. First kinda push this as well. Little holes. Alright, push these little brads in there. Sometimes I would think, what am I doing? 1 by 1 is maybe even better. But I don't want to do too much at once, and that's not okay. It sticks to my tongue. Alright, let's see where. There we go. And if you need something more than just use a little hammer. Love that one. Yeah, that is cool. Alright, let's see if this is fitting. I hope. Yep, that fits nice. Can I then even flip this? I hope I can. Yep, I can. Okay, that's cool. It still fits. Alright, nice. Take this out. It's just fitting. Here we go. So, put this away. Now, to be sure that I am on the correct side, on the correct place to add everything, make some space. I'm gonna go on the inside, and I'm just gonna see as well where the middle is, as you can see nicely. Am I on the correct spot? I think I am. So I can make a mark. Look at this! Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Alright. Oh, now that is off. Make a new one. Let's make a new one. Alright, so up, low, left, right. So I guess that I am now pretty much in the middle. Yep, this is in the middle, and this is in the middle. Alright, so punch a hole in it and attach it. And I know you will see it on the inside, but maybe we just can cover that up with an extra piece of paper. There we go. Let's go to the back. This also goes through the ribbon, I see, just a little bit. Here is as well going through the ribbon. Alright, so now we definitely need to put glue on this one, so it will stay even better than only having. I think I will use this one for this. this glue is perfect. It's almost same as your hot glue, but then this dries a little slower. That's why I like this one. Alright, so I am gonna punch first. This one below, I guess. I can spin this around when needed. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? And then I assume that this where is it? Yep, here it is. Got it. Still nice and straight. Well, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Alright. Now I definitely want these on the long turn. Here we go. And with this one as well. Make it a little turn. Okay, and ears closed. Love it. Okay, we can cover this up. Absolutely. Alright, I love it, and the glue will be dry when ready. Alright, and now we can add a nice decoration right here if you want, not particularly necessary, but yeah, cool. I like it. I like it, like it, like it a lot. Alright, yep, the decoration will be for later. Now it's time to, shall I add, I can't wait to add a paper, I think it's time to put the papers in. Don't it? Yep, then I know how thick the album is, and then I know how much space that we have for here, so I'm gonna do that. So, stay tuned. Okay guys, the moment of truth. I always start at the back, so I'm just gonna flip my pages upside down. And I first go see where the opening is from the lid, from the tunnel. And I always go first, give it a try. If it fits, there is nothing wrong with it, needs to be fixed or whatsoever. This one is a little bit bent and crooked, a little bit. See if I go up. Yep, here it goes. Alright, so as I told you, we're gonna stay away from the fold line at least 2 millimeters, and if you are on the white spot, then you just can put it down. But this fits marvelous, so I'm gonna peel off one side of the tape. I'm gonna add a little bit of glue, not too close to the edge, halfway of the tape. I like it. Okay, let's move this again over here is a little, it does not want to listen what I like to. Okay, move this direction. Yeah, that goes easier. Alright, move this back so I can move this on its place. See if it's straight. Let's move this to the fold line 2 millimeters away. Put this down to see if it's nice and straight, and if it is, then you just push it down so the tape and glue can bond together. Here we go. Alright, move it till here, and then you just open this up, and then you're gonna peel off your rest of the tape, and if you like you can squeeze in a little glue as well, and then again just squeeze this nice and tight. There you go. That's your first page. And this is the way how I'm going to do all of them. So just take your time. I always say this. Take your time. Grab a cup of tea. Put some music on. Whatever will do that calms you down. Don't rush this, because you definitely don't want to ruin your pages to be crooked or not fitting or whatsoever. Take your time for this. Alright, so I will see you in a second. Oh yes, plenty of time, space, plenty of space. But I still not am done, of course. I still need to have fill up with tags, and there was still some photo frame pages that I still need to decorate. But see, for now it's already nice, and I do like all the ribbons on this side. Absolutely, I love it. So cool. And then I'm not even decorate this at the front, but cool, I like it. Yeah, look at these ribbons as well. I love it. Cool. Alright, so we have our pages in. Plenty to do. See, I still have empty spots. So yeah, lots to do still. Okay guys. So I think what's the plan? Shall we first add in here, or shall we first do the front and back? I don't know just yet, but I know. I don't know what to do first. Well, I always say do what you love to do. So am I in the mood for making 2 new pages, or am I in the mood for decorate a little bit? I still have, well, this is a almost full set. I think I only did the cover with this one. So this is almost a full set. And then I have 2 other ones from my previous set. So I have plenty, and then I have 2 full paper sets, guys. 2 full ones, so I have plenty to use. Let's see at the time. Well, it's late at the afternoon, so maybe it's a good idea to first do the empty spots first. And then I can think of, well, I know I talk a little too much maybe, but last night I saw something I saw something and it does not was what I, well, oh my god, how can I explain this? And I actually want to test it out. It looks a little bit like this, but just a frame. But I had an idea what I saw a long time ago, and I actually, maybe I like to try it out. So let's see. Let me think about that first. Maybe I'm gonna test it out, or otherwise I will just fill up some pieces, because I just need to do still a lot. Alright.